Hello everyone, so welcome back to our next video, our next session on management information system. So a management information system is a computerized database of financial information which is organized and programmed in such a way that it produces regular reports on operations for each and every level of management in a company. So it is usually also possible to obtain special reports from the system very easily, and the main purpose of MIS is to give managers feedback about their own performance. Then top management can monitor the company as a whole. Then the information displayed by this management information system typically shows actual data over against planned results and the results from a year before as well. So thus this helps in helps in measuring progress against the objectives. So what was it planned actually, and what exactly the data means the performance has been recorded. So the plan and the actual data will be given in just one click. So the MIS receives data from company units and functions. So some of the data are collected automatically from computer linked checkout counters, and others are keyed in at some can be a periodic intervals. Then routine reports are pre-programmed and run at intervals or on demand, while others are obtained well built-in query languages. So a management information system is a computer system consisting of hardware and software that serves as a backbone of an organization operations. So an MIS gathers data from multiple online systems, then it analyzes the information, then the reports is being generated for certain decision making, for further decision making. So it can be simplifiedly said that at right information is being given to the right person and at the right place and at the right time and at the right form and at the right cost. So it is cost effective as well. So there are three subcomponents of management information system, which are nothing but the management, the information, and the system themselves. Okay, so they all together brings out a focus clearly and very effectively. So here we can observe that the system emphasizes a fair degree of integration and a holistic view, whereas the information is stressing on data in the context in which it's used by end users, whereas management is focusing on the ultimate use of such information system for the final decision making. So MIS is one of the very important aspects from your exam point of view as well, children. So here next let us see about MIS definition and the concept. So a management information system is a system of collecting, processing, storing, disseminating and utilizing data in the form of information needed to carry out the functions of the management. So today the term is used most broadly in a number of contexts and includes all these aspects like decision support system, which is shortly called as DSS, then resource and people management applications, enterprise resource planning, which is ERP, supply chain management, relationship management, then project management and database retrieval application. All of these we'll be studying again in detail in our next sessions or maybe further classes. Okay, going upon to the next slide. So moving upon to the next slide, which speaks about characteristics of management information system. So management information system being a specialized information system conforms to certain characteristics, and whatever I've mentioned here are these are the some of the general characteristics. And even when the technology around, or there are some certain changes even in management information system technology also, these characteristics remains unchanged. So among that, first one is management oriented. That means the MIS system is always management oriented. So one important feature of MIS is that MIS is designed top down. So this means that the system is designed around the need felt by the management at different levels for information. But the focus of the system is to satisfy the information needs of the management, that is the mostly the top level executives. So again, going upon to the next one, it is management directed. So since MIS is for the management, so for the management, that is for top executives, it is imperative that it also should have a very strong by the management initiative. So management is involved in designing a process of MIS, and also it is continuous review and upgradation to develop a good qualitative system. The system is structured as per directions factored by the management or the organization. So this helps in minimizing the gap between expectations of management from the system and the actual system. So next, going upon to the next point, which is integrated. So MIS is an integrated system, no doubt. So it is integrated with all operational and functional activities of management. So this is very important characteristics and the requirement for the system to qualify or to be called as an MIS system. So the reason for having an integrated system is that information in the managerial context for mainly decision making may be required from different areas from within the organization. So each time you can't be rushing to since now even the organizations are very huge. In one organization building itself will be like 7-8 floors. You can't be running for the information or the data flow. So it is just in one click, all complete information will be available. You want some information from marketing department? Yes, on a click. You want information from production department? Yes, on a click you will get complete data. So you need not be running here and there. And many times so happens now, mostly MNCs, when a company is located in some other countries, okay, you need not wait for their responses or wait for the data, because completely everything is in front of you in a form of a management information system. So MIS remains a collection of isolated systems and each satisfying a small objective, then the integrated information need of managers will not be fulfilled. Okay, so in order to provide a complete picture of the scenario or complete information is needed, which only an integrated system can provide. So hence now MIS should be integrated, and yes, of course it is integrated. So next, moving upon to the next one, which is common data flows. So through MIS, the data being stored into the system is retrieved from the system, disseminated within the system, or processed by the system can be handled in an integrated manner. The integrated approach towards data management will result in avoiding duplication of data or data redundancy and will help to simplify the operations. No, this makes easy for even certain decisions. Next, moving upon to the next one, it is strategic planning. MIS cannot be designed overnight, so it requires very high degree of planning which goes into creating an effective organization. So the reason for this kind of planning is to ensure that the MIS being will not only satisfy the information need of the managers today, but can also serve the organization for even the next 5 or 10 years or even 20 years with any minor modifications. Sometimes when the planning part is done away with, systems tend to perform well in present, but they tend to become obsolete with time. Okay, do I make sense? As the time passes, yes, of course, the information or the systems become obsolete. So planning helps to avoid all these problems. Now, what do you mean by bias towards centralization? So MIS is required to give one version of the truth, that is, it must supply the correct version of the latest information. So there is a requirement for the data repository to be centralized. So centralized data management helps MIS in exercise version control as well as provide an integrated common view in data to the managers. In a non-centralized system, the data will get entered, then again updated and deleted from the system from different location. So in such a case, what will happen? It becomes very difficult to provide correct information to the managers. So for example, in a decentralized system, if a person superannuates from an organization and his superannuating is only recorded in human resource system but not communicated to the finance department system, then it is quite likely that his salary may be generated by the finance system for the next month. Okay, so then the centralized system where data is entered, updated and deleted from only one location does not suffer from such problems. So in a centralized system, the superannuating employees' details are deleted from the master file from which all departments access data and thereby eliminating the risk of generating salary from the next month or from the consecutive months. So as I said, these are some of the common general characteristics of management information system. Again you can add upon depending upon each individual systems, like how I said ERP, it can be ERP or database management system or HRIS system or SCM, which is supply chain management, or employee relationship management system. So depending upon each system, again there will be their unique characteristics. So these are generalized characteristics for all the management systems. Now let us look into management information functions of functions. So here management information system. So management information system is integrated system that helps the management with relevant information to run the business effectively, and the core aim is to make the raw data into useful information that helps in managerial decisions making. That being said, the function as so the raw data into some of the useful information. Then the most common functions of management information system are data capturing, data storage, data processing, data information distribution, prediction, forecasting, planning and control. So let us begin with data capturing. So what is data capturing? So data capturing is the process of gathering information from various sources, like some of these, like customers touch sites like shopping, then mobile online shopping, then mobile checkouts, then stores, then not only that, then output analysis like sales, then finance, then marketing aspects, then this operational aspects, many more departments like HR and R&D and so on. Not only that, it also needs to work on the social media aspects such as Facebook or Google or Twitter or YouTube and so on, and all the data collected must be again stored in database or maybe the data files. And not only these data are again further stored in these hard drives or DVDs and etc. And there are many additional external hard disks as well. So moving upon to the third one is data processing. See, converting this raw data into some meaningful information is what experts call as data processing. So data processing is always been the primary aspect of MIS, since it is very important, and the complete MIS depends, and the main objective of MIS is data processing. So the next aspect is data and information distribution. So this MIS also focuses on distribution of data to the right person at right time and the right information, and of course at the right cost. So here the information could be in the form of a report, image or a message file, or in the form of video or audio to facilitate comparison information, which is presented in the form of charts or tables or graphs. So this can be with the help of modern arithmetic statistics or simulations. And now there are so many softwares like SPSS, Python, R programming. So mostly MIS will use the historical data as the base reports for comparison with the planned and the actual. So next step, it is like planning. So management information system. So reports whatever have been generated helps to plan in advance. So what this enables each functional aspects which have been mentioned down here, like purchase department, inventory, production, accounting, HR, then delivery, then sales, then engineering, or whatever, whichever department it is, the management information system helps them in planning in advance in order to work effectively and efficiently, so that the organizational plan is analyzed for exercising control as well. So as discussed till now, MI's major functions are data capturing, data storing, data processing, then data and information distribution, then prediction or forecasting, then planning, then nevertheless we should never forget about controlling. So whatever function, whatever processes it is very important to monitor and control. So this step is very important. See, whatever functions or procedures or system we have implemented, see, not only MIS, whichever system it is, it's very important to have maintenance. So let us take a small break and come to our next session. So have a good time and see you after the break.